First, is there a second? Second by Mr. Wells. Call the roll, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Richel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde? Yes. Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay, Hammond Fire Matters, ratification of approval of part-time position. Mr. Crocker?
Yes, the chief had submitted his paperwork. We have all the necessary documents, asking for the board to ratify the position at $10 per hour part-time.
Okay. Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Mayhew. Do we have a second? Second. Second came from Mr. Ingraffia. Call roll, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Brackett?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Richel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yep.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
All right, there was only one Hammond Fire matter, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next is Punchtoula Fire Matters, approval to surplus assets.
Yes, we have a property disposal form that was submitted to us. It is 3 vehicles. One is a 2007 GMC Yukon. One is a 2003 F-150. Other vehicle is a 2004 F-550. Chief is asking that these vehicles be surplus and that we list them on the GovDeals site to sell to the highest bidder.
Any questions there? Motion, please.
Make a motion.
Ms. Coates, and second,
I'll
please.
second it.
Second, Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yeah.
Mr. Richel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay. Independence Fire Matters, ratification of approval of full-time position compensation.
What he's doing, the person is already employed there, and he is just asking for a pay increase from $11.50 per hour to $12 per hour. It's a 50-cent increase per hour.
So moved.
I'll second. That's
Mr.
our
Bruno
district.
and Mr.
Joseph,
Joseph.
yes.
Okay. Call roll, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Richel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yep.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay, we have Natalbany Fire Matters, and we have 4
Well, we have 3 part-time positions and 1
part-time
full-time.
and 1 full-time. So I guess we can
Yes.
take those together. Mr., you want to tell us about those, please?
All right, again, the chief submitted, we have all of the necessary documents for this. The chief is losing a bunch of people at his department. They're getting hired in other bigger departments.
Okay.
So he's losing several of his people. So he's trying to get some replacements.
Awesome. Okay, Mr.
Second.
Mr. Rizzo first and Mr. Mayhew second.
So it's at $8.50 per hour. I'm sorry.
Okay, call roll, please.
Yes.
Mr. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Richel?
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yeah.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay, should have all your
Monthly reports and
registers.
should have been emailed, sent.
Did we get the full-time? We got them
No.
all?
I'm sorry.
Did we get the full-time position?
We didn't get the full.
Oh, okay, I'm
Gotta do
sorry.
that one.
I'm sorry.
The motion on that, please.
Same thing with the full-time position, $8.50 per hour.
Mayhew first,
I'll second.
second by Mr. Wells. Call roll, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Brackett?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
Mr. Richel?
Yep.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay, under Administrator's Report, Dennis, I'll turn it over to you. The first one is extension of the audit.
Yes, the auditor has requested that we do a 30-day extension to grant her a 30-day extension on the audit. This is pretty much a legislative auditor is granting everybody an approval because of the pandemic that everybody was faced. So this is just something that the our auditor is requesting.
Okay.
David, let me say that. And that's nationwide.
It is. It's everything.
It's pretty common practice.
I mean, they did receive it, and it's awaiting the legislative auditor's approval,
Okay.
you know.
So moved.
I get it.
I'll second.
First was Mr. Bruno.
Mr. Bruno.
And the second was Mr. Wells.
Well,
Call roll on that, please.
Mr. Forrest?
Yes.
Mr. Brackett? Mr. Joseph?
yes.
Mr. Burnett?
Yes.
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 Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Young?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Coates?
Yes.
Okay, the next one is adoption of a resolution approving the Motorola lease and authorizing signers. And I know we've talked about this before. Mr. Crocker, you want to expound on this anymore?
This is the Motorola's radio system that we approved 2 meetings ago, that we requested permission. In the packet for the lease, we have to pass a resolution requesting, it's a formality that we pass this. So,
I'll second.
Okay, first from Mr. Joseph and the second from Ms. Coates. Would you call the roll, please?
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Okay, approved proposals, name official journal, there's only one,
It's the Daily Star.
Daily Star.
I so move, Mr. Chairman.
Second. Mr. Wells first, Mr. Mayhew second. Call roll, please.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Okay, the last item is to renew insurances, vehicles, buildings, and liability. Dennis, you want to take this one? I think the rep's here, I believe.
We do have our representative that's here in case something that we need to explain. It's to renew our insurance. This is something that, due to the pandemic, this is something that should have occurred 2 months ago.
Right.
But it did not happen. So what I'm asking is the board give us, accept the proposal. I do want to explain something that we did have an increase.
Okay.
We go from $254,000 to $283,000. And the factors that contributed to that was, we added 5 vehicles. That's one part of the increase.
Okay.
And how much was that?
I'm sorry?
How much was adding the 5 vehicles?
It's all included in this, Mr. Wells. I did not just break down the cost of adding 5 vehicles, but I'm going to give you the factors contributing to the increase. Over a 5-year history, and this is something that we've all talked about, is the amount of claims that's been done. And, we still have a pending litigation out there, but over a 5-year history, the amount of claims is over $500,000 that's been paid out to us. So,
Wasn't some of those subrogated and that wasn't our fault, that we had to go through our company, and then they came back and reimbursed?
well, you're looking at like the flooding of the buildings twice. The insurance claim that we had, it's ongoing right now, that ran into the back of the fire truck there. That's a pending lawsuit, litigation going on with that. They just did the, I'm sorry.
The fire truck in Independence that went underwater.
Yes, that was $80,000.
Bunch two or twice.
Yes,
What about the Chief Drew? Is that
that
still
was,
active?
that was a claim, we had to pay a claim, that was part of the claim. Every department, I will say this, every department has had a claim, not just.
Underwater, that's comprehensive claims. They usually, that's act of God. That doesn't go against your policy.
Well, we still get, when you look at the VFIS as a whole, this is just in Tangipahoa Parish that we've made over $500,000 in claim. So you look at, over what VFIS covers throughout the state and beyond the state and out of state, it's just like every other insurance company, their rates are increasing.
Okay,
So-
just a normal rate increase.
Yeah.
It's more of a rate increase. So we do have, like I said, we do have a pending litigation that's still out there. They just took depositions 2 weeks ago.
So how much was the increase, 30?
29,000.
Yeah, roughly $30,000.
I'm talking about the increase? The increase was roughly 28.5.
Yeah.
But I was just kind of figure out, was that the vehicles or that was just part of it?
As a whole.
As a whole?
I'd be happy to chime in.
Sure.
Yeah,
David?
yeah.
Come on, please.
Really,
Could you come to the mic and name and address and who you represent, please?
sir, David Drake, I'm with BXS Insurance, so we handle the insurance lines that we're talking about tonight. So it is a factor of many things, but predominantly the auto liability is what's driving the rate increase. So from a national perspective, that has become a major issue. Just the amount of lawsuits that are happening, period. The settlements and judgments, those numbers are continuing to rise. And then the factor of, a vehicle cost today over the couple years, they're getting totaled out quicker because they're, computers essentially driving around. So there's larger claims from that standpoint. It's just a multitude of factors essentially. So while overall, we're talking over $500,000 in a 5-year period, the reality is that's a combination of just nationwide, and then Louisiana, the amount of claims that are happening on average, auto, accounts, essentially everyone's auto policy is going up 10 to 20% on a Louisiana basis. And you're seeing ones with higher frequency of claims can be 50%, even doubling in 1 year. It's to be honest with you, almost at a crisis point at this time. So while we try and push back, and those are some of the factors that we're giving to us to say that, look, it's hard for us to really bend on this. This is kind of our final stance.
How much money?
Move.
Okay.
Well, can I ask one other question? So the vehicles made up roughly over half of that difference, right, of that 28,000?
Correct. In fact, they actually, in an effort to help, so this is, as Dennis mentioned, kind of a package. Everything's all built into this one policy. In an effort to try and help offset some of that increase, they actually reduced the premium of the property, in which there was some claims there as well. But again, they tried to do what they could to offset it. Not to give them, too much credit, because at the end of the day, right, there is still a rather large increase, but there is benefits to being with a program like this and package to where they can take it and say, look, we're giving this rate increase on the auto, but we're going to try and offset it elsewhere.
Did we get it?
And so probably, if we look forward, but maybe to 2021, maybe it wouldn't be such a substantial increase because we got the 5 new vehicles.
I think
we can't say that.
Well, there's actually, there's some legislation that's currently correct. That's not going to be immediate. That's going to be, an after effect. But so no, right now, to be honest with you, I think it's going to continue to increase as long as we're seeing the amount of lawsuits. And if you look, there is the executive summary that he was referencing. There's a larger package of 22 pages roughly, and then a 1-page executive summary, and that's where we talk about, and it drills down Louisiana just in every aspect. We are the second, most expensive auto insurance rates in the country.
Well, let me just say this. In the time I was president and dealt with y'all, there were some claims that I didn't think y'all would even cover.
Yes.
And without any question, y'all covered them. And there was never no questions asked. So I know it's a little increase, and it's a lot, but peace of mind knowing that our departments, if they do have an accident, we ain't got to haggle with the insurance to try to get the money to repair it. So I really look at that too. The service has been tremendous.
Is there any raising the deductible, maybe, that would substantially drop it, or is it just a 3%?
Not substantially. In order to substantially, and I guess that's a relative term, right? But in order to feel an impact, to even probably get close to offsetting this size of an increase, we're talking about we can try and work on some numbers, but at least $25,000, $50,000 type, per accident, to where
We got $1,000.
one claim would offset that difference. We're just not seeing it.
We have
It's,
1,000 right now, right?
$1,000.
correct.
Be a big change.
David, I'd like to make a comment.
Sure. We got an insurance man over here.
Insurance
I
man.
don't know, tonight may not be that night, but there's gonna be a day when we need to look at this again, because we've got all of them on one policy. So the actions of one department is gonna affect every department's rate. He said every department's had a claim, it's everybody's having little accidents, and it's kind of fair ball game. But if Kentwood has 8 accidents in a year, everybody's insurance goes up. You're gonna have 9 departments wanting to say, we don't wanna be with Kentwood. So it hasn't happened yet, but I think there's gonna come a day we might need to revisit this idea of everybody having the same insurance plan. It would be the same as all 10 of us having the same plan, and if somebody else gets in an accident, my rates go up. Because
But I
the two
think
down there
even,
got
I
an
think
accident.
even with this increase here, and I agree with you, Trent, I think that's something in the future. But I think even with this increase, if you go back and look at what everybody was paying individually, we're still less than what
When
we
we
were,
package-
you know?
when we
That's why
packaged
I
it
said, I
together.
don't know if this conversation's for tonight, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something to look at.
What I would ask is that if everybody's okay with this, that the board will either give me the approval to sign the necessary documents accepting the proposal as is.
I so move.
I got it. Mr. Bruno's the first, there a second?
I'll second.
Second for the insurance is Ms. Hyde. Would you call roll, please?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody's ringing.
Somebody's ringing.
I'd like to amend the agenda for one item,
Yeah, there is one item they're asking to amend. This came up when, Dennis?
just Friday. I think I sent it to Kristen.
Okay. It has to
The-
do
the
with
man shack.
it has to
I
do-
received it
has to do with
Friday.
the repairs on the fireboat in Man Shack.
It's some substantial repairs that has to be done. The boat is
Amend the
inoperable.
agenda and have a discussion about it, please.
I'll make a motion to add to the agenda.
Okay,
Second.
Ms. Coates first, Mr. Mayhew second. Call roll, please.
Yes.
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 Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
All right. Right now, the fireboat in Man Shack is inoperable. He is not able to use it. The transom of the boat is rotten. The motors would fall off. So, Chief Coxon has taken the boat to as a recommendation to this guy, Francisco's Custom Boat Works. He does repairs on transoms and boats, and anybody that has a boat know that the transoms do get rotten and get soft. So everybody knows that the cost of this boat is well over $200,000 that was paid for this boat. Chief Coxon has recently looked into just kind of playing around getting a new price on a new boat. That's over $350,000. So to repair the boat, you're talking $20,575.
How much
$20,575.
to fix it?
You get the other
That
bids
sounds
on it?
more
Are there any
reasonable.
other estimates?
It is not any other estimates. That's the person that he was recommended to go.
Don't he have to bid that out?
No, it's a professional service.
All right, as long as it's under, what is it, 50 now?
It's 30, well, under professional service, you can pick who you want to
Look,
do
I'd
it.
rather spend 20, because I'll never vote to buy another one.
Exactly,
How many times that boat been used?
That was a waste of money.
right now, we cannot use the boat. I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Wells.
The money's gonna come definitely from his budget, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I have no problem.
I spoke to George, actually about 2 weeks ago, and on the way, the motor almost fell off the
Correct.
boat on the road. And he told me about looking at a boat and stuff, and then he called me, he's like, yeah, scratch the boat, we're just gonna fix it.
It was like 350, and then using the equipment off of this boat, the engines
Yeah,
off of this
Cheap
boat.
fix, yeah.
yeah,
So
it was reasonable.
That was a nightmare.
it is under professional services that we can get
But he
the
did.
boat repair, and it's also under an emergency repair
For
that the
eight
boat is inoperable. So if, in the event that he did have a fire, that he did need the boat, we don't have it.
any other questions, comments on
Do they
this?
keep it in the weather?
It's not. He
wonder
keeps
why
it
it rotted like that.
under the interstate.
There was a, I don't remember exactly how he explained to me, but
It
it
was
was,
pumped, didn't pump the water out?
no, it was, I think something with the fiberglass.
There was a crack
You
that,
know, that boat was wrecked one time, you remember?
yes.
It may have been not repaired
Maybe
correctly.
it's got
Yeah, I
water.
think that.
The
that
boat
was-
did get repaired, and that was before my time as the administrator.
Is it in the boat shed that we built on
No,
somebody else's property?
the boat shed that you're referring to is still there. but the vote is not kept in there.
All right, let's put a wrap on this.
All right.
Is there a
Make a
motion? All
motion to approve it.
right, Ms. Coates is the first. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Mayu to repair the fireboat at Manchac, price being $20,575.
It is an emergency repair, so
Emergency repair. Would you call roll, please, Ms. Kristen?
Yes.
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 Yeah, I guess you call my name.
Yep.
Yes.
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 Okay, any other business?
that is all.
Motion to adjourn?
So move.
First, is there a second? Second by Mr. Graffia, and, any objections? Hear none, meeting adjourned.
Somebody object. Thank you.